So, this is the grand finals of the WardiTV !TR Invitational. Little one-day event here, as we have Clem and Reynor in the finals. We open up in this opening game, which will be at a 1-0 score already because Clem came from the winner bracket. This is just a small event. We are given an advantage to the winner bracket player. And in this case, is Clem starting 1-0 in this best of 5. So Clem is in the top left, our red Terran player, and like I say, he'll start up 1-0, entering the first played game of the series right now on Incorporeal. It means that most we can have 4 played maps in this finals. Clemo needs to win 2, Reynor needs to win 3. It's not easy, but that's what happens when you go through the lower bracket instead of the winner bracket. So, get set up and ready to go. Let's see what our finals has in store for us here as we get into a little bit of this TvZ and see. I'm very excited. So I was actually looking this up. I was talking about it. Sorry, excuse me, coughing a little bit. I was talking about it a little bit with the guys. I was like, man, it's kind of like 2020. Reynor versus Clem finals in a WardiTV tournament on a random day of the week. Because these guys used to play like 3-4 times a week on our stream. From ESL Open Cups to Wardi tournaments to other things that were going on. They would just play all the time. They were playing in everything. And it was just super typical. It was like the modern day, it was the olden kind of version of the modern day Clem versus MaxPack scenario. So yeah, I was reminiscing. I was like, man, I actually wonder when the last time they played in a WardiTV tournament was, though. So I went and had a little bit of a look, and I was actually kind of surprised. Obviously, they've played a fair amount. They played a bunch of ESL Open Cups against each other and so on. They've played a lot of bigger tournaments against each other since then. The last time they played a WardiTV tournament against each other, this genuinely did surprise me, was back in 2022, which is kind of shocking. Because like I say, we probably casted 50 Reynor vs. Clem series in 2020 alone, so the fact they haven't played in a WardiTV event since 2022 is a little bit of a shocker to me. And, yeah, excited to see them playing today. Obviously, Clem starts up 1-0 in this best of 5. We do have a Queen there ready to fight back against the Reaper for a couple of moments. A few Zerglings are moving around. And we do have the grenade going down to bop the Queen off to the side. A Zergling gets grabbed as well. We just have the Orbital Command Factory, CC, and everything else continue to come through for the moment. The reactor still building. Reaper continues to settle in at the front, just hanging around there for a couple of moments. Link speed building, overlords and drones coming through as well. The Reaper going to take a few shots there off the Queen as well. So again, a few more shots coming about. Decent damage being done so far. As you see the Zerglings gathering back. The creep team is still pushing in at the front. The drones coming online. Link speed and everything else continuing to get settled for these next few moments. CC just going to build. So yeah, we take a couple of moments, guys. Sorry, my voice is dying a little bit. I knew this might happen. We've actually had some good games as well. I got a little bit too excited perhaps during some of them because my voice is not really up to properly casting right now. It's actually it was holding up pretty well, but I can hear it cracking with like every word I say at the moment. So if you do hear my voice just disappear suddenly, I apologize. Like I say, just recovering from being a bit sick the last couple of days. There's the Banshee and the Cloak going to be the option here from Clem, so brings that online with the Hellions and the Reaper spoken about so far. The Hellions and the Reaper continue to gather up. And just going to be seeing, obviously, Reynor fighting to get his creep spread out onto the map. 2 more barracks from Clem. Reynor going to go into the lair early. We'll see what tech he has in store for us off that lair as well. See if he has something fun planned in these early stages. And just coming about, the Hellions are going to get there. They're going to get rid of the creep tumor. It's going to look back over to the left-hand side where a few Queens are going to step forward as well. And Cloaking's about to finish. The stim pack's still building. Now I've got the Banshee, the couple of barracks, and engineering bays all coming up as well. And we really do just sit back and wait. Peaceful starting point. It's maybe one of the few times that will be peaceful in this series, because once Clem and Reynor get started, they typically are a whirlwind of TvZ madness. There's not a lot that slows these guys down once the games begin. There's the Reaper and the few Hellions just going to hold out on that watchtower for a few moments. Still got the 1-1 coming through. The Spire is on the way up as well. Hatchery building in. And the few Hellions going to get turned away by a couple of the Queens there too, so just going to get pushed back for the moment. I'm going to step forward. A creep team are going back the other way. Queen's going to be there, pushing the Hellions back. The Banshees will fire. And the hatchery takes a bit more damage. That's going to be the hatchery cancelling. It's going to be seeing the Hellions. It's going to come back on through. There's going to be a few Zergons that get vaporized in that. As the 1-1 upgrades and the stim pack continue to come about. It's just going to still see those upgrades coming through. A couple more of the drones going down. The Zergon is still stepping forward. Planes will get taken away at there as the drones come back over too. Queen going to fire up a couple of shots. The Hellions are going to continue to try and dive on by. Straight into this mineral line. 5, 6, 7, 8 workers going down. Good damage done from Clem. He is giving up the Hellions to do this, and he's going to lose a Banshee as well. Lets it fly too far forward into a Spore. That's a very uncharacteristic mistake. Usually Clem is the king of just keeping everything alive and controlling it well, but that is a Banshee that slips through the gap and does fade through. But, I mean, the damage done overall is still pretty impressive. Queen's going to shoot. Banshee getting turned away once more. Muta's on the way out with the +1 flyer attack upgrade, building as well. Adding those Evo chambers into play as well at the moment. Continue to bring that over. One's going to fire up. A couple more creep teamers are going to go down as well. So creep going to get picked away at the Overlord. Going to go down as well. Be able to get rid of a bunch more creep here over on that right-hand side. Meters overhead. The Lings Meters trying to run in. Obviously, Meters nice for cleaning up these drops and so on. But Meters are not great in the straight-up fights. With Clem having an upgrade lead and an army lead right now, this could be an absolute, a very powerful push for him in the next few moments. So expecting this for Reynor to be a little bit of a struggle. I'm not sure what he's going to do. Bane Nest is not ready. I think he's actually maybe on the verge of just being dead with a capital D, quite frankly, because this is looking fantastic for Clem, who is pushing across the map. I mean, on a day where Reynor has struggled a couple times over with Beyond so far, it's maybe not too surprising to see Clem looking just convincing as he sets up here. And like I say, without any sort of splash damage available, the Zerg army is really going to struggle. I mean, we rebuild Lings, we still don't have a Baneling on the map, even if they don't have speed. Just some Banes might be nice to at least try. Marines just going to get the Mutas taking damage. Marines are back onto the Queens and the Banelings. I think it's fair to say that this is just going to be a disaster. GG, and it is going to be Clem taking the 2-0 lead, because again, he starts with a 1-0 advantage from that winner bracket final. Yeah, we'll be playing some Tempest Rise, which is like Command and Conquer kind of RTS, so that should be a bit of fun. And check that out with us. Like I say, when this series wraps up, which could be after this game, because with a 2-0 lead in the top right-hand corner, our red Terran player is going to be Clem. Taking on the blue Zerg in the bottom left-hand side, we are going to have ourselves Reynor. Well, I'm going to go low ground barracks. Is he going to go multi-Reapers here in the early stage? It seems like he might. Let's just get ourselves 2 barracks going down. So it's going to be multi-rack sweeper from Clem to start us off in this game number 3. Well, game 2 played, game 3 on the scoreboard. You guys know what I mean. Catch pool, no gas just yet from Reynor. So gasless opening for him here in this game 3. Actually pretty good against the Reapers if I'm not mistaken. He gives you some extra minerals to get the queens up, your economy's a little bit stronger. And if you can get a queen ling based defense anyway, then you're kind of just fine against those Reapers, so I'm going to help out a lot. Reaper shows up, drone taking some damage. TvZ building, obviously the first couple of Reapers is going to sit there, but if Reynor can sit there and be nice and defensive, that's great. He actually puts the hatchery down way over on the left side. Reapers is going to be seeing some fight. Ling's going to take some damage. Marines coming through, just gonna see the extra barracks coming over. Gonna have that hatchery coming about as well. Extractor also coming into places. Just see the Reaper's gonna get turned back the other way. A little grenade gonna bop that queen away to the side. And Reaper's coming about. Just gonna see the couple of SCVs continue to come through. Roach roaring still building up. Drones and queens on the way in. Roach run's about halfway done. Extra drones coming over. Queen gonna be settling. Evo chamber building as well as the Reaper's gonna go and get a creep tumor right off the bat. Gonna see the queens. Gonna drop another creep tumor down as well, so settling in right there. Roach roaring and Evo chamber building up. A couple drones coming through. Link speed building. And those drones still coming fine. Stimpack is about to finish as well. Next couple of moments. Reaper's going to bop the queens back the other way. Actually looking for a chance to hop up into the main base. These Reapers are going to get a little bit stuck here now, though, so that is going to be a catch for Reynor, right? I mean, well, the Lings are going to go down. The Queen is going to do its best to chase. Lose a drone there as well. Clem going to try and capitalize, going after another drone. 2, 3 kills. The Reaper's actually putting some serious work in so far. Now the Marines are just coming across the map as well. We're spending a lot of time dealing with these Reapers, and he's not got Ling speed yet. Is he just dead? He might just die, honestly. This hatchery's gonna go down. Obviously, Roach just started to build. A few Ling's gonna pop out too soon as well. I mean, this is hard to really say much. I mean, these Marines are going to just stim in. We do pull drones in to fight this, but that's not exactly ideal. And Reynor is going to get, unfortunately, a little bit bopped. I actually think this might be our most one-sided match of the day in the finals, which is a little unlucky, but sometimes that is the way that life rolls. As those Marines continue to fight, Roach roaring still taking damage. Roach is still trying to step up. As, yeah, not really much else to say. Just a few more Lings continue to chase through. The Roach's Lings going to push this back. I mean, Reynor is going to defend, but from a very rough position, down a lot of economy. Obviously, that 4th hatchery was cancelled for him as well, so that's going to be missing this time around. for the foreseeable future. Marines will turn, trading onto a few of those Zerglings. The Ravager's still coming about. Queen's Carapace upgrade, Ling's still as well, producing on through, so we continue to bring that up and online for the moment. As the Marines are going to go fighting straight into this Queen again. I mean, they find this hatchery, and with medevacs, obviously, these Marines have so much mobility and a bit, just chance to jump between bases. It's going to be very difficult for Reynor to keep control of this game in the coming moments, it feels like. Feels like this is going to become pretty tough for our Zerg player here. After, again, losing so many drones, he's going to keep on just having to build units to defend, which means he's not replacing the drones to the extent that he needs, making this a very difficult position. The upgrade on the way from Reynor as well. Something he's going to be fairly even on as well. Whoa, we get the medevac bile! Oh my goodness. That was a bile on the medevac full of units and it goes down. It's kind of crazy. What a connection that was as the extra Marines, the tank, and the Carapet and the armor upgrade coming through still. A whole chunk of additional drones building from Reynor here. +2 attack, +1 armor building up as well. As you just see the melee upgrade, etc. continue to come through. 2-1 still in production right now as we just have the Lings settling on the top side. Marines step up. They're going to get rid of a Zergling there as well. We're just going to be seeing the rest of these Lings coming back through. A couple of tank shots firing. Good depot raise. Going to push those Zerglings back the other direction. Those Lings continue to get shot at. Couple medevacs coming over. Marines in production. Extra barracks on the way through. Marines still stimming forward as we just have the Lings, the Ravagers pushing straight up. Couple of biles, and the medevacs have to dodge over to the side here. The rest of the Lings going to come over. I mean, okay. Clem's still just kind of running the wave or riding the wave of that successful earlier attack. This is obviously still extremely convincingly in his favor as that trade goes his way, and we just don't really have splash damage. But the thing is, we're building Roach Ravager, but we're not really getting enough Roach Ravager to kind of step up and make, be the difference maker, or to kind of make the difference or anything. So definitely looking a little bit rough here as the Marines still gather. The Lings are going to come through. The Marines are still joining around. I'm just going to see those Lings stepping back the other direction. We do have ourselves again 2 upgrades, +1 vehicle weapon upgrade coming up as well. The Lings are going to dive onto the tanks. They don't even kill a single one. And again, I just do not think we've got the Roach Ravager to keep this held off. If we do, it's really until reinforcements arrive, because the rest of that Clem army is looking terrifying. He's almost winning this game without tanks. Never mind what happens once the tanks get there and join in. It is not going to be a fun situation, I can tell you that much for free. Marines still stemming up, a few more Lings going down. The tanks are going to get sieged, and Clem looking to be your WardiTV !TR champion as he takes this down. And he's going to be winning this 3-0. Convincing stuff from Clem in the